Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and welcome to your November 2022 Tarotscope readings, special eclipse edition. Now, we're right in the middle of eclipse season. The first partial solar eclipse happened October 25th, 2022, and we are right in the middle of that, and the next eclipse will be a complete lunar eclipse on November 8th. Now, if you're regular to this channel, you know that I use the North Node to read your tarot. And that is because the North Node is recognized in astrology to be your soul path, your North Star. And the eclipses happen on the nodes, and they're very transformational. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what you're most learning and experiencing during this eclipse period, which will last not only a few months prior to the eclipse, but about 6 months after the eclipse. So let's get into the readings. I'm going to connect to the energies now. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is the Tarotscope reading for November 2022 special eclipse edition for everybody with their North Node in Scorpio and or the 8th house. Okay, so this is my eclipse spread, and I'll explain what is going on here. The reading is about what you're learning and embodying and experiencing during this eclipse period from October 25th to November 8th, and then 6 months beyond. The two cards here, this is what you're experiencing and learning, and this is the basis card, okay? So the two cards here are Judgment and the Two of Swords reversed. So one of the things that's happening right here is there is a wake-up call that the universe has been trying to get your attention with, okay? The wake-up call. Now, the collective North Node is in Taurus and the South Node is in Scorpio. So anybody that has a North Node in Taurus or Scorpio, okay, that axis and polarity is being really affected, by these energies, okay? So the wake-up call is this. The wake-up call is getting in control of your emotional life, okay? And one of the gifts that you have, okay, North Node in Scorpio is the gifts you have of Taurus is things about like practicality, about taking charge, about, being steadfast. And, you like to keep things, generally speaking, kind of like more simple and straightforward. But when you have a North Node in Scorpio, you are delving now into the realm of the scorpionic energies, which is the planet Pluto, which is the planet Mars, which is intensity, which is deep psychology, which is things that are under the radar, things that are hidden, and it can maybe not be comfortable, okay? And so what I'm seeing is that with this Two of Swords reversed, what's wanting to happen is the universe is wanting you to embody more of those scorpionic energies by allowing yourself kind of to open up to them. Now, if you look at the Two of Swords here, okay, it is a person who is blindfolded, and she has the two swords crossing over her heart, emotions. Swords are the intellect, okay? And the body of water, which is also emotions, behind her, okay? Now it's reversed, and so this is where, you could be blocking emotional energy for whatever reason. It could just be like, I just don't want to deal with this now, because whenever you do have the either a north node in Scorpio or north node in Taurus, okay, and then those south nodes that are corresponding to that, could be a lot of like drama situations throughout your life, okay? And this is getting you comfortable with the complexity of the emotional realm. Because remember, like, Scorpio rules psychology, it rules the subconscious mind, and these are things that are not just, simple everyday Taurus energies. These are things that are like deeply complex, like most humans are. And so this is what you're embodying. Now, the underlying you know card here, the reversed strength card, is what a lot of you could be thinking and feeling is that if I allow myself to get into these like messy realms of people's emotions and psychology and different situations, it's almost like some of you could feel like you're losing strength or not coming from a place of strength, or making yourself feel too vulnerable. Like the lion here is completely like, it's almost like, his power is taken away. Nothing could be further from the truth. The more you dive into the complexity of life, the complexity of human relations, okay, the better off you're going to be, the better off your life, and it's going to be like more happy, okay? And you're going to see things are going to work a lot better. So these are the energies that you're like working with and learning, which is the universe is trying to get your attention with this, okay? And the way it's getting your attention is it's bringing up situations to where it's inviting you to dive into the messiness of life. Okay, it's inviting you to dive in and to work with it, and not to block it out of your life. Now, these two cards here are the point of transformation, how this transformation is going to take place. And this is the reversed Ten of Wands. And then you've got the Ace of Cups, which is where I see this going for most of you. Ultimately, everyone was going here. Some of you will go here quicker than others. And this is very positive. I'll start with this card here. Your point of transformation is that you're going to find during this eclipse period, and you may have already experienced this because we're doing this here right in the beginning of November, okay? But you may have experienced this even prior, in the prior month of October, that it's like, okay, some burdens for some of you could have built up so much that it's like, okay, it builds up and builds up, and finally, like, the dam breaks and the water comes rushing out. For others, it could be that you find that when you allow yourself to dive into the messiness of life, and it could be maybe an important, intense conversation you have with someone in your life, and you're not looking forward to it, but then after it's done, it's like you feel much better, and you're like, wow, okay, I was afraid to do that, but I feel so much better, and like the air is cleared. That's another way of the dam breaking. So for each of you, it's going to be different. But what it is that either there's going to be burdens that have built up, and that you're going to finally like release them, or you're going to find that someone is going to help you like relieve those burdens. But ultimately, where it's going is we're talking about deep emotional and psychological intelligence, okay? Because that's what the Scorpio path is. It's deep emotional and intelligence, and connecting to people and situations at a very, very like deep level. Okay. And where I do see most of you ultimately are going to go, you know, to this area, which is super positive. Now, what are your advice cards? Okay, you've got the Three of Cups reversed, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So, one of the things that could happen is that could be a detriment is in getting to this place where you're going is past family situations, past or current family situations. Okay. Maybe there's things that have kind of gotten out of hand, either recent in the recent past, or recently, or in the deep past, maybe both. Okay, and that it's like it's almost like kind of digging yourself out of a hole. Don't worry about clearing it up, because your natural inclination could be to, okay, I'm going to dive headfirst in this, but I'm going to like clear all of this stuff out of my life, and I'm going to like start working at it, like a Taurus, right? Just get in there, like, horns going forward and doing that. Okay. That's not what you want to do, because you want to just take it slow, take it a little bit at a time. Don't try to dive in too deep and solve all of these problems. Once you kind of get the message of where you're going and kind of delving into the messiness of life, you don't have to clean up the mess in your life or messes in your life and your past all in one day or whatever. Okay, just give it time. That's what this is saying. But this could come up. But it's also saying, this is a place to start to work on it. So it could mean maybe you have to revisit situations like family, friends, loved ones, and have conversations and just start to chip away at it. That's what it's saying. It's like, this is a place to start, and it could just start with a conversation and say, okay, hey, how are you doing? I wanted to talk to you about this, or maybe, you need to apologize for something. Maybe they do, but you start first and just say, hey, I'm sorry. And whatever it is, you just start to chip away at it. You don't have to like solve it all at once. And then the other thing too is with this reversed Three of Cups is saying that you are going to have opportunities to do this, what I'm getting for you, then over the next 6 months, because what's coming up November, December, January 1st, right? We have, all sorts of holidays, no matter what holidays you celebrate. We have, most people on the planet are celebrating some sort of holidays at the end of the calendar year. Okay. And it's going to be an opportunity for you to maybe do that. This is a good time. The holidays are a good time to clear the air, because it's like at the end of the year, we're all kind of taking stock of our life, where we've been, where we've come from. And so this could be a good opportunity for you to start to kind of do this and, just just allow yourself to dive into the messiness and realize that, life is messy, life is complex. Yes, we would like for it to just be simple. We'd like to just, get up and the sun is shining and we have some good food and there's no, but that like that good, Taurus South node, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But this is the time to like, now it's time to like get into what life really is, which is, yeah, sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's scary, and just dive into it. When you do this, remember, as I always say, when you follow your North Node by sign and house, your life will transform for the better. It doesn't matter if it's uncomfortable at first. Just do it. Start moving forward. Read about your North Node, about your North Node sign and house. Move forward toward it, and you're going to see things will start to transform in your life. Okay. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing it, subscribing. If you would like a personal reading, there's going to be a link in the description box below to get more information. And again, thank you. If you want to reach out in the comments, I'd love to say hi to you. I always respond. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. But go make it a great eclipse period. and a great month, and we'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.